This liquidity already got taken out. I just was a little late to marking it out, but right here we got London session high, London session low. I'm feeling actually. Yesterday I said I feel bullish on the day, but we just had chop this entire night. Like since that move yesterday at 4 o'clock p.m., we've really just been chopping this entire time. We haven't taken out. We haven't taken out yesterday's right here. We haven't taken out any liquidity. I mean, we took out all this level here, up on that move up, but there's still like days, sessions worth of liquidity all the way down there. Hourly highs. If I go to the hourly, that's pretty crazy. I know we can make another push up, so I'm definitely gonna err on the side that there's a possibility it's still gonna be a bullish day. The daily, however, I mean, yes, we could see a push up into here. Definitely, so I'm definitely keeping that as a possibility, but I think we would want to grab some of this liquidity first. We're gonna see what it wants to do. We are in a downtrend right now, so we'll see what we want to do here. Yeah. Just make sure all the news came out for today. All right, it's Wednesday, 9:10. So the next news is at 10:30 a.m., which is, I mean, I want to be done trading by then anyways. And it's low impact, but make sure you always, 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 always check the news. I had a very interesting experience with the news. Is that go back here actually. Yeah, I already got funded, so I was funded on a Think Capital account, and I passed the evaluation. It was a $5,000 Think Capital account. I passed. I was then up $500 on that account in about 2 weeks, so I was making around like $250 a week consistently for those 2 weeks, and then I was like, I did not know what news was. I did not know that trading news was a thing. I did not know what red folders were. I did not. I was just new to the game and just trying to figure it out. And I didn't know that was the thing. And I took a trade. I was waiting for a break of structure on the 5 minute. Took a sell position off of it. It didn't like I pretty much opened the position and closed it right away, right when I entered. And I got a spike right when I entered as well. It pretty much closed my position right away. I was like, weird. Okay, let me re-enter this because like I'm entering off of a break of structure. This is this is the setup I wanted to see. So I entered the trade, and I tried to re-enter the trade. And it said like, please contact your broker. Like you can't enter this trade. And I was like, okay, this is weird. What the heck? So I went to my Think Capital like dashboard, and it said like account canceled, like 5K funded canceled. And dude, I was devastated. I got an email and it was like, "Oh, you traded news." And then it was like wait for the following email to figure out like what the consequences are. And then I got a second email that said like account canceled. And man, that was quite the sad day. That was my first time losing a funded, and it wasn't like I even blew the account. It wasn't even like, oh, I was over leveraging. I was just making bad decisions. I was making bad trades. No, I was making really good trades. I was very profitable on that account. And blew it because of news. Because supposedly on Think Capital, unless you pay for whatever add-on, it'll pretty much cancel your account if you trade news, unless you like add the news add-on, which I didn't do because I didn't know that was a thing. I thought that meant they were gonna like tell you so dumb. But yeah, I lost the account because of that. I since moved away from Think Capital, and now that's why I'm on TopStep. The evaluations for Think Capital too are like 250 or it was like $50 for just a 5K, and then on the TopStep it's like 50K for a 50K. So, and I did like trading futures better than forex, but that was definitely a wake up call to me to always check the news beforehand, because I'm making sure that never happens again. And just make sure you check the rules of your if you are going for a funded account or have a funded account, make sure you check the rules about trading news, because I didn't even intentionally trade news. It literally was complete coincidence. So definitely make sure you check that out beforehand. All right, We got a nice break to the upside right now. Again, I also don't trade till 9:50 because of manipulation. I will see if they want to take out highs. This is... We got highs right here. The 5-minute. Oh, then it moves down, move up. If we can break past this on the 5-minute, I think I'll be looking for a buy. If we don't, I just don't like this consolidation because it's hard for me to kind of, see, right here. If we do get up here, I am taking the sell. That would actually be a great because we'll enter into a right here we got an order block. Last green push before a big move down. We're looking very bullish right now. So I think let's see if we broke structure on the. Oh my goodness. See, I think we might just be grabbing liquidity right here. I think this is a little bit of a fake out. Because right here you got, relatively equal highs. Looking for a push down. Let me look at these. Yep, so that right there. Okay, so right there we have some decent amount of. I think we're going to sell. So what is this called? Oh man, I'm still learning the words. I want to say an EMT, but I know it's not an EMT. It's what SMT. SMT. We got here on the S&P 500. We have actually an uptrend. It's making higher highs. Where we have the Nasdaq. Very clear break to the down. Okay, and this lines up the most with the micro. So we just grabbed that liquidity. Crazy 5-minute break of structure. Actually, unreal break of structure. Man, dude, the Nasdaq is very bearish. That is like absurd divergence. Yeah, I might be looking for buys today. I actually feel very good about it. Maybe if we can dip back into this zone right here. Got a fair value gap. On the 1 minute. Sorry for not saying much, guys. I'm locked in right now. I'm trying to figure out... What the heck is this? Okay. Here we go. I think I already looked this up. So S&P makes a lower low. The ASNAR does not make a lower low. Okay. Okay, so we just, invalidated that. Doesn't this... One of the two makes a higher highs. That one fails to make a higher high. This is the losing steam. The money could be preparing to short. Yeah, okay. So I think my read is pretty good. Here we broke this structure there. So we invalidated this fair value gap. I'm looking for sells because there's an SMT divergence between the Nasdaq and the S&P. I'm taking the trade on the micros, which is definitely looking very good for sells. I almost just bought. All right, let's see here. Okay, taking this. Boom. Alrighty. And then ideally we target these lows right here. Alright, we're in. Entering off a break of structure on the 1 minute and the 5 minute. And the SMT divergence between the NASDAQ and the S&P. We're targeting Asian session lows. London session, yeah, Asian session lows. Right here we got 6:20 a.m. All right, this is great. We're seeing all the confluences we want to see. It looks like we got a lot of momentum going in the right direction. This is looking good so far. We have a huge break of structure here. This is great. Not that I'm getting overly excited, but we broke these lows here. Complete shift of structure on the 1 minute and the 5 minute. And I don't think there's a chance we don't target. I'm not taking my take profit here. It's a little too low for me. I'm liking that we're just targeting the Asian session lows. Nothing too crazy. That divergence was extreme. So I definitely like to see how this plays out. As I said yesterday, I risked 77 in my trade yesterday. And I can risk around like 150 a day. And so since I risked a little less yesterday, it wasn't like I was a little, I could tell there were some factors that were kind of affecting my trading. But I feel very good about this, so I was okay with risking a little bit more. Oof. Yeah, sorry for not talking there for a second. I was definitely very, very locked in there because I was just trying to. It's like I've learned what SMT divergence is, and I know what it does theoretically. But then sometimes when like you actually see it play out, you're like, man, what is this again? Like, is this bullish indicator? Is this a bearish indicator? Like, what am I looking at here? So that was I'm glad I figured that out. But that's why I was so locked in. I know some of you guys might get on me for using ChatGPT, but I don't care. ChatGPT has helped me more than it's hurt me. So as of now, I'm still using it as a reliable source. So this is great. We got great momentum to the downside. This is what I want to see. So to kind of go over my thing just for myself when I rewatch this video and for other people watching and see why I entered, there was crazy divergence on the NASDAQ and the S. So right here, let me go to the 5 minute. Make sure I'm looking at the right thing here. So here we had buyer momentum completely stalled out on the NASDAQ, completely. And then we have here on the S&P, it didn't. Like, yes, there was a little push down here, but these were new highs. And then here we got lower lows. So if I was to draw a trend line from this high, boom, that's lower. Here, trend line higher. So that was bearish SMT. That was a bearish SMT. And it seemed to be exactly what I wanted to see. We got the computers. Every time I make these videos, my computer's about to die. But we got a bearish SMT there. We got definitely a little bit of a fake out here. And then let me go back to the micro to show kind of my entry. Dude, we are cruising to take profit. Oh man. Dude, come on. Let's go. Dude, if we could do this in this 1 5-minute candle, that would be absurd. I mean, yeah, we definitely have to see a little bit of a retracement. But this is looking really good. Plugging in my computer. Great. Okay, yeah, sorry. Locking in right now. So right here we have move down, move up, then move down, breaking structure here. So it was an uptrend. Move up, then move down, move up, move down, broke 1 minute structure here. I was like, that's great. There was also this little structure, which I'm pretty sure was we had this huge bullish candle move up, which I very much feel like was the fake out, because this was at 9:30. Yep, that was exactly at 9:30. So we grabbed liquidity one more time off these highs, which for me was a point of structure, which is something I learned yesterday. Obviously, that was great that I finally learned that, because we have our Asian session highs right here. We did wipe them once, but we wiped them one more time, and then we made a very strong broke that structure on this candle. I did enter a little bit early, but I just now entered. My main confluence was the SMT divergence, and then I was just looking for that shift of structure. We've had multiple bullish days, and again, there's a chance, very high chance, considering now that the tariff news is kind of, it's looking very good. There's a chance we don't come out and clear all of this, but at least like we have to clear, these lows. We didn't even clear them yesterday. Wait, what was it yesterday? Yeah, right here. Well, we have lows there as well. And then let me see if I'm right here. PM. Well, that was last night. Well, we still have, either way you look at it, we have a lot of resting liquidity below these lows. And then here we have Asian session lows. So good risk to reward. Let me do my due diligence and actually just mapping this out. Short position, we entered right here. So it's like a 1 to 1.5, which is great for me. That's perfect. Dude, let's go. Come on. This is great. This is great. That SMT divergence was so in my face. Like, that was so obviously a manipulation. I mean, do you want... Come on. Come on, don't reverse on me now. I mean, we got to expect a 5-minute pullback on such a big move like that. We just had 3 huge candles. Let's look at this right here. If we go here to there, 50% would be right around there. So if we retraced anywhere around here, I'm okay with that. Once we get up here, it's not looking too good. We do have a... Am I reading this right? What is this? What is that line right there? Oh, that's my... Okay. Right here, we do have a bearish 5-minute fair value gap, which we could potentially see price come back into. Or not. Or if you just want to keep pushing down, I'd be fine with that. But if we do get back into there, that would be... that would be great. We gotta come take out these lows. Whew. Yeah, so right now I'm on vacation. I'm in Block Island, which is off the coast of Rhode Island. It was pretty much like the place I went when my parents took me growing up. It was like, like our childhood vacation spot, and I got married last June, so I really wanted to take my wife here because it was like a really special place to me growing up, and I really wanted to just share those memories with her and kind of show her this place and this area. And it's beautiful. I mean, we have you probably can't hear in the video, but the ocean is right outside our window, and every night we go to sleep, we can just like hear the waves, and man, it is so peaceful. Where we live full time, there is no ocean. We're not near an ocean, so it's definitely very special. I've been sleeping like a baby every single night. Like I really think it has to do with just that peaceful sound of the ocean. So all right, so we're getting a nice little push again down here to the downside. We did invalidate this fair value gap, which, you know, as long as we don't see a continuation of the upside, I mean, there's a chance we push back up here. Ideally, we can just, you know, one more huge push down would be great. Let me see on the other ones like NASDAQ and stuff. Did we take... Wait, am I bugging? Hold up. See, that I don't really love to see, to be honest. We did not push nearly as far on the NASDAQ. Let me see this. Yeah, the NASDAQ, which originally gave us that bearish confirmation, is not pushing as deep as I would like it to have been pushing. But I don't... It could also be because the NASDAQ might be lagging a little bit. But it wasn't lagging on the SMT. I might be completely wrong. I just feel like if the SMT was bearish on the NASDAQ, that shows that there's a lot more selling pressure on the NASDAQ. So when the sell, you know, when it does start playing out the way it's playing, that the sellers would then be more aggressive. I don't know. That's not... I don't love to see that, but I think we're still completely fine. We want to take out those lows. These last 2 days, the market's been moving a little strange. It hasn't like taken out low. It's been just kind of on a complete bull run. No time between now and like my trading time, 9:45 to 10:30. None of that time I've seen like the kind of pushes I wanted to see. Or at least the movement. Like all the moves were happening like it just wasn't as clean. I mean, you guys saw the video yesterday. The confirmation wasn't exactly what I wanted to see, and yeah, I just didn't really like how it was moving. Right here, we're getting some consolidation, but you gotta always do this. Move up, and then move down, move up, and move down, move up. I would really like to break 1 minute structure here. If we can get a nice bearish candle here, that would be great. Then I would feel very, very good about this. Man, trading is so crazy. The mental is like, it really is all mental, because you can see the perfect setup. You can see, yes, it wants to take, I know it wants to take this out. But then the slightest little, like, anything that goes against what you think is going to happen seems like the worst thing. So it's like, if you have, like, that wasn't the best. See, for me now, I'm like, oh, that wasn't the best close right there. But you almost feel like everything is kind of, like, against you once you enter the trade, even though you had, like, great confidence, like, a great reasoning to enter the trade in the first place. So I got to remember, like, kind of that mental I had before, not the mental I had now. Again, I know it can reverse, but, this is for me more to kind of like when I rewatch this to make sure my mental is a little bit more focused, I guess, like a little more confident, like in my original setup. I mean, we did invalidate that gap, I'm pretty sure, with this green candle. No, never mind. That green candle was part of the that was part of the move. So 1, 2, 3. We didn't invalidate it. That was the bottom wick. Man, these wicks are just playing around here. It's not really what I want to see, but hopefully around 10 o'clock we can get just one more big push down and then call it a video. This is not really what I want to see right now. Ideally, we invalidate this fair value gap. Again, to be fair, I did say I think we could still come in here and test this fair value gap. Okay, this is good. I like to see. The sellers are still coming into the market because the second we got to push up, it looks like, you know, obviously sellers want to sell at a good price. So then they would probably wait for like a push up and then wait to re-enter. So I like this because it shows that sellers are still in the market. Hopefully. I just don't like these wicks right here. But I also think that's even better because there's definitely some liquidity there. People taking buy orders there. So These three, there is some resting liquidity under here, so there's even, I think even there's more of a reason for it to want to come down here, wipe this out, wipe up those, wipe out these, and then hopefully make that move to the upside. Yeah, so if you can see the difference in my video quality, did everything. I shot my first video yesterday on Zoom, uh, because when I googled how to record your screen, it said Zoom was an option. So I did that on Zoom, but then I watched another video that said use Canva, not Canva. What am I talking about? Vimeo, and so this is being recorded on Vimeo, and then I'm gonna download it and post it to YouTube. Yeah, so far it's been great. I really like it. I can make it like full screen. The other one was like cropped, which I didn't like, and then just the quality of the whole video looks a little bit better. So, definitely happy with how this looks. Let's see this on the 1 minute. Yeah, we're in a nice, clean 1 minute uptrend. Stop playing around. It's actually great. I did this yesterday. I had to go at 10:30. So I just closed my computer and left, and I came back and checked on it when I got back. And man, it was a lot easier on my cycle, my mental, than doing this. This is good though. It's building a stronger mind here. It's like some of those principles, like you just kind of, not that you forget them, but it's like you have a huge move down, you need to see a pull. Like this is just how the market moves. But it's like if I wasn't in this trade, I'd be like, oh yeah, of course, yeah, it's gonna have its pullback, and anything would probably pull back to here, and then I would re-enter for a set. It's like, or then I would enter for a sell there. So it's kind of like I kind of had to keep that same. I mean, we wiped out this liquidity there. I still think we want to push down there and wipe that out. I would like to see it happen now, though. Man. Okay, I mean, this is pretty great, because I know we have a fair value gap up here as well, but I didn't realize that we actually made a little one right here. And it looks like, as of right now, we pushed up into it. And then went back into that, and it looks like we rejected it here. So that's a very, very, very good sign. Whenever you go to that 1 minute, you start freaking out. And then you go to the 5 minute, and you're like, life is good. It's all good. Okay, this is great. I really think that was a very. I was looking at that low time frame, and I was looking at this, and I was crapping myself. But now when I look at this and I see this 5 minute fair value gap, it's definitely what I wanted to see. That's really good. Volume's picking up a little bit. In the wrong direction. What happened? Come on. I mean, we really can't break structure to the downside here. We're over here fighting. I'm waiting for that break to the downside right now. We're just not getting it though. This 1 minute structure is crushing us right now. This is like, what is this, 20 minutes? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, okay, there we go. We just broke structure to the downside. That's what I wanted to see. That's solid. Yeah, that was like 20 minutes of just like, I get we're going to have a retracement, but I was just like watching. I was like, 1 minute uptrend, 1 minute uptrend. No, we didn't break it. We didn't break it. We didn't break it. Man, let's go. Again, we have a lot of low-level liquidity just here now. Like, it'd be great if we wipe that out as well. Like, I mean, we're targeting this, and then hopefully we just make that last little push and clear out those last lows. Man, sellers are just kind of weak right now. Weak. Yeah, so yeah, we're on vacation till I gotta think about something else. Let's talk about something else. Yeah, we're on vacation till until Friday, and it's Wednesday right now. So we got today, tomorrow, and then we head back on Friday. You gotta take a ferry boat to get here, so we get on the ferry on Friday, head back home, and then we're gonna go visit my brother, and then we're gonna head back home after that. So even once we leave, we still got like another day to kind of just kick it and whatnot. Sarah and I are in the we're in the wedding business, so we shoot weddings during the season. So this was like our first little break before like weddings really start picking up. She does photo and I do video, and we have our own little team. So, oh my goodness, could we do it? Could we do it? Can we do it? No, we can't. Man, that's great, though. That was a huge break to the downside. I mean, we did just grab liquidity here, so I'm really hoping this isn't just like a little liquidity grab to push higher. Nah. No, it's definitely not just going to eat the whole candle that we just made. Nah. We're entering into this 1 minute fair value gap. Looks like there's a lot of what, yeah, it's about. It looks like there's a lot of momentum to the upside right now. Man, we were so close right there. We were so close. Let's check the Nasdaq and the S&P. Okay, the Nasdaq is the one that had all that. Dude, the Nasdaq is kind of cooking up right now. Man, I really thought we were going to take down all those lows. That's pretty good. I'm pretty sure that right there would be exact. Yeah, we're above the 50%. Or we're above equilibrium. Which means it's at a premium to sell. It's like a really good price to take a sell right now. If we just want to see a rejection from this fair value gap and from the above the 50%, confluences would still appear to be in our favor on this 1 minute shift to structure, pulling back up to above equilibrium, off of a fair value gap. I almost want to do a trailing stop above these because we really shouldn't get back up here. I'm at 180 right now. It'd be $60. No, I gotta keep it. I gotta keep it mentally strong here. I was already willing to risk a little bit more today. If I hit this, that would just be like today's risk and yesterday's risk. Just, kind of combined, so that's fine. Man, I saw this first push right here, and I was like, man, we'll be out of here. We'll probably have a little retracement here, and then a nice little push down. And I was like, we'll just call it a day. And then here we are, just chopping it up. Yeah, look at that. That is ugly. All right. I'll have to head out and 10, 15 minutes. So we'll see where it is there or then. And looks like we're shifting to the upside again. We got a 1 minute shifter structure to the upside. Come on, come take out these lows. Come and do it. Come and do it. Come and do it. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, so yeah, we took out these, but I just don't like. This is the equal low right here. Oh, this. And we're making. Yikes. I'm going to end this video in a few, and then I'll probably just do my recap when I get back. I got to make a new thumbnail. Not thumbnail, a banner for my YouTube. So I'm going to try to get that in it. Yeah, that's tough. I want this shown too. Yeah, let's go like that. Mine right now, it looks like this, but I was like, it would be so much. It would be so cool if you could have like a little like profit thing there. That would be so funny. So I did it. I just needed a winning trade because like yesterday's trade was a losing trade, so I couldn't obviously couldn't flex like that on my funded account. Which I haven't passed yet. All right. I like this price action actually. Feeling a lot better about it. Here we go. I gotta just close my eyes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It disappointed me. What is this? I don't have anything to say anymore. That's how much this has been chopping. This is a so far a 52-minute video, and I've been in this trade for like 40 minutes of that. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Please move down. I think I'm going to end this video, and then, because this could really just mess around here a little bit. I do think we're going to take out these lows, but I think it could definitely take some time. So, yeah, what the heck is happening? I was a little worried, though, that we're just going to grab this liquidity and then head up. All right, I'm going to end this recording. You'll see me in about half a second when I come in and say, you know, what happened here. All right, so full take profit was hit. Right here. Boom. Perfect red candle, bearish candle down. Right below these lows. Hit our take profit for the day. Man, that was definitely, when we were watching this earlier, it was a rough watch, I'll be honest with you. When I was seeing all this movement, I was worried. But it was really, wait, that's not even the right movement. We're right over here. When I was seeing this, I was very worried when I saw this starting to go up. I ended the recording. I closed my computer and I left. I was like, okay, I'm just going to we'll see what happens. And I have TradingView on my phone, so I set an alert right here at my take profit and was like, okay, I'm just gonna set my phone away, forget about it. We were going on a bike ride today, which was really nice, but we got on the bike, and then I'd say we're like 5 minutes into bike riding, and I hear like my phone go off in my pocket. And the first thing I thought was, yeah, no way. This definitely is not my my alert, because I have other alerts on my TradingView, and I was like, oh, it's probably just some other alert. Like, there's no way. Like, we were all the way up here, so I was like, yep, there's no chance that we just did that in literally 5 minutes. So I was just like, okay, whatever. But I was like, no, let me check just off the off chance. So I was literally biking, take my phone out of my pocket, my one hand, with my other hand, and I see ES1 TP hit, and I was just like, let's go. It was definitely a great feeling. So that was really great. I mean, I was definitely a little worried there, and I wrote down as I was in the. Let me make sure I'm still like recording my face and that I'm still in this. I don't know why I'm not showing up on the chart, but it's okay. We'll just hope. Um, I quickly wrote down some things that I want to talk about as far as kind of like the recap. First off, the me recording like this literally why I'm like this is why I'm recording these videos, which is that the second I turned off my computer or I turned off the recording, I was like, oh, you know what, like so I was on this retracement, I was probably back to like I had like $15. And I was like, the second I turned the recording off, I was like, man, like I'm just gonna take the 15. I'm just gonna take the 15. Like I don't need to hit full take profit. I just don't want to lose money. I don't want to lose the 180. Should I move? And then I was like, no, that's fine. I won't do that. But I'll move my stop loss down to break even, or I'll move my stop. I think I was gonna move it down to like minus 90. And I was like, yeah, I'll just do that. I'll just do that. And then literally as I was having those thoughts, I was like, nope, because I'm gonna have to come back and record this video, and I wouldn't want to like have to say, oh, yep, nope. Like I knew, thinking about future me recording this video, I would be disappointed in myself if I came in here and I said, yep, so I didn't stick to my trading plan. I took it when I was down 15 or I was up 15 instead of waiting for, either my take profit or my stop loss to be hit. So this is why, I mean, I got to keep myself accountable, and also you guys watching have to, whether it's journaling or even just recording these videos. I mean, for me, it really is, first and foremost, I'm doing this to like keep myself accountable and to make sure that I'm entering when I should be entering and not entering when I shouldn't be entering. So just like this, it works. Like for someone that's traded and done this before without kind of keeping myself accountable, this has literally completely changed the game, because I didn't move my stop loss and I didn't move my take profit. And what happened? Boom, take profit was hit. The other thing I wrote down was that my mental needs to be a little bit stronger next time. To be honest, I was freaking out when I was in this zone right here. And it was just a normal pullback. Like there wasn't anything like crazy about it. If I was to draw this Gan box, I'm definitely pronouncing that wrong. But we got to right above the 50 or 0.5, which is pretty much equilibrium. Anything above this is like a good zone for sellers to come back into the market. We pulled back up into that, and what's it? Housekeeping's at the door. Thanks, Sarah. Yep. Just tell them like 30 minutes.
Hello. Oh, thank you so much.
Trap.
I'm sorry?
Trap. In the bathroom. Trap.
Lavadora.
¿Puedo coger esto?
Sí. Gracias. Muchísimas gracias.
Got fresh towels. Let's go. All right. So yeah, as I was saying, my mental just needs to be stronger. We were doing everything I wanted to see. We went back into here. I mean, we rejected it now, but when we were up in here, we were rejecting from this fair value gap. We were pulling back up into, a good zone, equilibrium, and I was just crapping myself. And I just need to be a little bit stronger mentally. Definitely, as much as I want my trades just be kind of done while I'm in front of it, and I want to still like log them and whatnot, and I'm going to, but I realized how much more I needed to kind of mentally grow in these moments where like we're not going in the direction we wanted, to kind of just keep my cool and be okay with if I do take a loss. Whatever the outcome is, I definitely need to work on my mental a little bit here. And I think that will just come with time and like continuing like being in these situations, and seeing it hit my take profit and be like, oh man, I was freaking out for no reason, or hitting my stop loss and being like, all right, so what? I had an incredible entry, which is the next thing I'm gonna the next point I'll get into. I had an incredible entry. I had a perfect SMT divergence. I had a perfect 1 minute break of structure, and I'm happy with. I think I just connected your AirPods actually. Turn that off. So I had a perfect everything I wanted to see. So the entry was perfect. And that was definitely something that was good, but I need to kind of just trust my work. I entered on that because I thought that it was going to come down here, And then when I'm actually in the trade, I need to remember this is why I entered the trade. This is good, and I gotta just ride this out. I think a lot of it was because we had this just massive push down where I was like, oh, this should only take. I had kind of built up a thing in my mind. Oh, this should only take what, like, another, maybe chop around for like 15 minutes, but it took another like hour. So also just expectations being managed. Last thing I wrote was, why is this like crapping out on me? I forgot where I was. Yeah, just that my entry was really good. I entered off all the things I wanted to see. So I'm really happy with today's entry. And yeah, that really is it. That kind of wraps it up. Happy with today's entry. Mental could have definitely been stronger. And just excited about a winning trade. That was a $240 trade. I'm doing very low risk, and I completely understand that. But I'm really not. I'm working so hard to build my mental. So when I do get this account, I'm not going to be done with it. Risking, if I do want to risk more, I want to risk with profits, not with like my drawdown or what they're giving me, because I can't breach $50,000 now that I've gone above 51. So I only want to risk with profits. I just want this week to be a very profitable week. Ideally, in the next 2 days, I can get this to around 400, and then next week I can be a little bit riskier with my trades. Not riskier as far as the setups, but as far as the risk I'm willing to put into it. So that's just my mentality behind it. At least for the first start of like building this account up a little bit, I want to be a little, very less risky. Kind of know how much I can realistically risk, and then kind of ramp that up. Not extreme. I'm not gonna go in with like something crazy, but just kind of managing that now so I can have a little bit more wiggle room in the future instead of kind of back against the wall trying to be like, oh my gosh, I still got to pass this. So definitely a great trading day. It was a successful day. Still learned, and just, yeah, great day. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.